we're going to deal with nested if statements or nesting conditions. And in this exercise, there's a couple of ways we can go about this. I can have nested if else, or I can nest them with elifs. I'm going to choose the elifs. It's more efficient for what we're doing. Okay, so they give us bonus values. They're not as precise in how they give us direction on this assignment as I'd like them to be. So we're going to have to do some things to come up with, we're going to have to do our own little analysis, if you will, to come up with the right logic in how to write this code. So they gave us constants. We know they're constants because they're uppercase. They've given us 4 variables. User inputs them. From there, we take the string and we convert it to a float. Take a string, convert it to a float. Take a string and convert it to a float. So now we have values that we can mathematically manipulate. And from here, we need to deal with our conditionals. So let's come up with a variable, our own variable. We'll call it productivity score. So productivity score is what we need to test. And I'm just coming off of this value up here, productivity score. And we have to determine what that score is. Where's it? How do we come up with it? So productivity score is equivalent to, and if we read up here at the top, it says take the employee's transaction dollar value. Okay. So that's dollar value. Go ahead and put that there. Divided by the number of transactions. Go ahead, I'll wrap that in parentheses. I'll divide that by the number of shifts they worked. So it's all math using the floats that were created. So that determined what the productivity score is. Give myself a little bit of space here. And let's start down at the bottom of the hierarchy. Or if they were very productive. So if, I'll go ahead and copy this productivity score. If productivity score is greater than or equal to 200. That's what we see here. It's greater than or equal to 200. Then your bonus, I've got to close that out with a colon. Bonus equals, and I know that right here I see the variable bonus. That bonus is going to be equal to, and this constant right here, bonus 4. Okay, let's take, now I'm just going to come down, back up to the end. And now we've got that first if. Now let's do an elif. I'm doing an elif because now I want to check another condition, but I'm not just checking one condition. I'm going to check and see if, I want productivity score. I want to see if productivity score is now greater than or equal to 70. Greater than or equal to 70. And less than equal to 199. If those two conditions are met, well, I need that productivity score comparison in there. I got a bad habit of doing that, forgetting to put that in. So productivity score is greater than or equal to 70, and it's also less than or equal to 199. So it's from 199 to 70. If that's the case, we'll go ahead and come down here. I need to make sure that that's aligned. And that would yield them bonus 3. I'm going to copy that line, both of those lines, and I'm going to say if it's greater than or equal to 31, less than or equal to 69, and that'll get them bonus 2. So we're being more efficient by being able to reuse some of our code. And the last line will be elif, I want to say productivity score is less than or equal to 50. Need my colon. Enter. And I'll have that same last line, but it will be bonus 1. So we're checking to see, is over 200, is it between these numbers, between these, or is it less than this one? Now that gave us the logic to evaluate what their bonus should be. That will take the employee's name, test everything. We'll go ahead and run it, see what we've got. Enter the employee's name. Now they said Kim Smith. The number of shifts should be 25. Number of transactions should be 75. And the dollar value should be 40,000. Employee name Kim Smith, employee bonus $50. And if I come over here to the left, that's what my results should be. So we'll go ahead and test that and see where we stand. Projects being tested. We got 3 out of 3 passed. So our logic in this one, we nested those statements, and by using the elif, they are all, it doesn't appear to be nested like we think of those little Russian dolls. It's one inside of another. These end up appearing to be sequential, but they are in fact nested. This is the same as if we went through and did if, else, if, right on down the line, and then it would appear to be more visually nested, but this is logically nested nonetheless. Okay, so I'll see you in the next